Hi everybody, welcome to the Flute Practice. It is day 6 of our series and today we are going to be taking a nice little dive into your sound. Today is all about really getting stuck into your sound, so let's go check it out. The exercise we're going to be working with today is our very famous della sonorita exercise. This one I have mentioned in other videos is great for tone development, for developing your sound. So I do really recommend it. So what I want us to do today is we are just going to use all the skills that we've developed over this week. We're going to use our ears, we're going to use our sound, which by now should have really kind of started to settle back into something resembling, flute playing. If you have had a really long break, don't stress about this, don't fret about this, just once again, be gentle with yourself. It might take a little bit more time than a few days. So we are just I like to start on B personally because, I don't know, it's just a comfortable note to start on. But choose a note, I always say, choose a note that you really love. Choose a note that you just absolutely love playing. And that's usually a great note to start on because remember, this exercise is really about finding a color and a tone and a like kind of quality of sound on one note and transferring all of that into each note that you play after that, so that you're really finding consistency of sound from the lowest range of the flute right to the top range of the flute. You're really getting this even, consistent sound. That is the goal. So we are going to really be switching these guys on here big time to really listen and hear what we're doing. So I'm going to start with B and really find my most kind of like clear, focused, penetrating sound. This is really a funny combination of, on the one hand, like really being quite critical and listening and be like, that's interesting, and not being like I don't know what's the word, like just being cruel, like being unkind to yourself and horrible with yourself. So when you're hearing, oh, that's waving and it's not quite there, don't be like, oh, that's disgusting, you horrible flute player, terrible. Don't do that, guys. Please don't do that. I want you to be curious in your mind about it. I want you to be like, that's interesting. I wonder why that's not working. Or, oh, that's not working so great. Or, oh, it's coming along. And allow yourself to let go of things that need to be let go of when like actually the cruelness and the harshness is not going to help. And to also be like curious to improve and work on and figure out and explore and experiment and try out different stuff. And maybe just repeat the note if you need to. So I like the second time much better. I thought that the quality and the color of sound I transferred across much better. So I'm happy and I can move on. Sometimes though, you're unhappy and you just need to accept that tomorrow it might be a little bit better, or in 3 days' time it's going to be even a little bit better. Right now you'll notice I'm not using any vibrato. I'm not tapering the notes in any way, so I'm really just stopping the sound at some point. I'm very consciously choosing to do this. I'm not saying you have to do this, but make a decision. Do you want to use vibrato or don't you? Do you want to taper the sound in some way, like diminuendo, or just, taper the note at the end, or don't you? Be conscious about what you're choosing to do so that you are in control and that you're not just somehow playing the notes. I think the more conscious and the more kind of decisions we can make about how we want to do something, the more beneficial the exercise is, because we are very, very consciously in the moment, in the present, in the exercise, and in control. And that is, I think, very, very important for practice. So make decisions, guys. Don't be afraid. Now we're going to go all the way down as far as you can go. If you feel at like low E, F, D, somewhere there, the sound is really just not nice anymore, it's not working, go to the note that you last felt was like the best note. Go just one note down from that, keep trying there, and then let it go. Don't try and go down all the way, because that's what she said on the video I must do, and now I'm going to go all the way down. It's pointless. You're just practicing in a bad habit, and maybe your lips are getting there but they're just not quite ready to go down there. I think don't do that. Same thing in the high register. Don't go get all tight and tense and you get a horrible thin, sound, and you're like, it's horrible. You're getting frustrated. You're encouraging a bad and not useful habit. Unuseful. What's the word? Like, useless? Useless. That's the word. It's useless. And at the same time, you are not actually improving the problem. So I think same thing. Go to the next note where you felt comfortable. Go maybe one note higher, just testing that boundary, pushing on the envelope, and then let it go. Maybe tomorrow you'll find that note is really great, it's wonderful, and then you can take it a bit further and a bit further and a bit further. Maybe you'll find there's a kind of specific technical aspect that needs to be looked at and addressed and fixed as well. So maybe you want to go and sort that out first. Once you kind of get this basic thing down, you can do lots of things with this, and we are going to do more of this stuff, like diminuendos and crescendos with it. You can do it in octaves, so you could do or doing diminuendos, so or crescendos. Or kind of like a combination of both of those. Once again, you just want to be very clear about what it is you are doing. Have a focused goal. Okay, now I'm practicing my diminuendos. Now I'm practicing my crescendos. Now I'm going to do it with lots of vibrato, now with none. So that you are absolutely not just kind of mindlessly doing the exercise and like, okay, well, come along. But really, this is about mindful tone work and not just kind of senseless tone work. If you would like a little bit more info on what you can do with this Della Sonorite, my personal favorite book is the Bernard book, which I've put down there. It's got that L'Embouchure des Techniques. I can't remember the exact title, but it's a crazy French title. I'm going to put it down in the description for you. I really would recommend ordering and buying this book. It is just really, really cool and giving you some fun, awesome ideas on what to do with this specific Della Sonorite exercises. Until then, everyone, happy practicing and see you next time.